Hello and welcome back to my video series on how to buy a home. Last week we talked about pre-approval and everything you need to know to get financed, and this week we are moving on into the search. So looking at houses, which is exciting. One thing that can be really helpful early on in the process is actually sitting down and writing out a list of your wants versus your needs. This is really helpful because it means that you have an idea of your top priorities versus things that maybe you're willing to compromise on. For example, maybe you really want to live downtown, but what you actually need is just to be a certain distance from the freeway so that you can get there. Maybe you want a pool in your backyard, but you realize it's less expensive to be walking distance from a community pool. Maybe you want an extra bedroom, but you realize that an office or a bonus room or something like that would do the same thing for what you need it to. So having an open mind to those things can really help expand your options of homes to buy. This is also the point in the process where if you're buying a house with someone, you can have that conversation and make sure that your thoughts are in the right place. Make sure that you're on the same page so that way you're not that couple from House Hunters. So once you have an idea of what you're looking for, you're making those online searches, driving through neighborhoods, get an idea of where you want to be, maybe you're even going and visiting some open houses. This is a really good point in the process to start talking to an agent. Basically, as an agent, my job is to make the process easy for you, and I work full time on getting you a house so that you don't have to. By the way, as a buyer, having an agent is basically a free service. How I get paid as a buyer's agent is at the very end of the sale, once the offer has been accepted, everything is done, you're moved in, the seller actually compensates their agent and the buyer's agent at that closing table. So you're getting a lot of service and you really don't have anything to lose. So what does an agent do? First of all, I'll help set up a search for you. So if you want to search as soon as something comes on the market, you want to know about it, or maybe you just want things once or twice a week or once or twice a month, I can set that up automatically so that you're getting emails to your inbox so you have somebody else who's looking out for you and having an idea of what you're looking for. I also can talk to agents in my office and have an idea of, okay, maybe there's nothing on the market right now, but in a couple weeks, somebody I know is going to have something that we're going to be ready for. The other thing that I can do is get you in to go see places in person. You don't want to have to wait for an open house or have to call up a different agent every time that you want to go see something. Pictures online can be really deceiving, and so seeing a house in person can help give you an idea of how spacious it is, what the floor plan is, how big is that yard really, and I can set up the appointments for you so it's working around your schedule. Whenever you want to go see a house, we can make it happen. Also, while you're looking at the house, it's nice to have an extra set of eyes. I can help show you, okay, here's some little things that might need to be repaired, or here are some special features. And I also have access to a lot of different information that isn't necessarily online. For example, people will ask me all the time, how old is that roof? When does it need to be replaced? What are the dimensions of this living room? Or what's the lot size? The big one that I also get is, how much should I be paying for this house? Any question that I don't immediately know the answer to, I know who I can ask or where I can find that information out. And especially with the price one, it's really helpful to have an agent because Idaho is a non-disclosure state. So basically, once a house is sold, they don't necessarily have to go public with what that sale price was. But as an agent, usually I can tell from my end what that house was sold for. So if you're looking at a house and you're interested in it, I can look at similar homes in that neighborhood or just in that general area and say, okay, here's what similar things have been selling for. So maybe it's overpriced and it'll probably stick around for a while, or, oh man, it's a really good deal, so you need to go for it. So that stuff is really helpful to know so that you can make that competitive offer at the right time and for the right price. We're going to talk a little bit more about offers next week, so I'll stop there for now. If you ever have any questions, I am always happy to help, and if you want to go look at houses, I am also happy to do that. So feel free to reach out to me at any time. I will leave it there. Have a great one.